This one's better in live, actually.
Yours?
This one. But, okay. It's fine. Hey guys! Good morning. What time is it?
12?
Is the clock broken? I mean...
Yeah, I think it is.
Our battery.
Hey, what's up, Clayton?
Hi! Oh, it's not broken. It's the right time.
Oh, really?
I think I'm just not used to.
For those of you who don't know, tonight we're going to do a video. What, 6 o'clock? Or we can do it earlier since you're home. Do it like 5?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. We're going to do a visa approved and green card video tonight. Just facilitate the discussion of visas. How's everybody doing out there?
Is this YouTube?
It's just YouTube. I didn't turn on Facebook. We're just having a little lunch. So what do you guys think about this crazy news going on? It's pretty wild, huh?
I mean, I didn't think that's gonna happen, you know, in 2017.
That's the way it is. I mean, what's crazy is, like, we don't have any problem
with white people.
Yeah, like, we were just, that day that it was happening, we were with Ronnie, who's white. We were just hanging out, you know? Just hanging out, having dinner together just last night, like, as all that stuff was happening. Or yesterday, rather.
That happened yesterday?
I think it was yesterday, right? Because today's the 14th, so that happened I wonder if that's just like a Virginia thing. Because, like, I think they have marches like that, like the Nazi rallies or whatever here.
Well, I know though.
But they're pretty small.
I know though that when Ellis' family came to Virginia, my coworker was also my friend. They went to a Family Dollar store and her stepdad was pissed off because nobody would entertain them. And that's what they want while asking everybody else. They were about to go to the counter and then...
Well, it might be... it might be... It's just parts of the South that's like that. I think he killed one person. I mean, he injured like 20 others, though. As a dual national
that's what I thought
German
too.
And USA black man as that. Yeah, I can't believe that we can't get past the race issue in 2017. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, it's already 2017 now.
It's so ridiculous.
And I know, like, many of our subscribers are white too.
Yeah, I mean,
and people.
Clayton, like, I mean, I know it looks bad, but I mean, like I said, like we were just hanging out. Like, we don't have. That's like not a topic of conversation for us. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, we talk about it openly, but it's like we don't.
It's not an issue here. Yeah,
we don't have an animosity toward, and we're just hanging out with a very good friend of ours who's white, and we didn't even talk about what's going on. It didn't even come up. Like, it's not an issue at all. We go to each other's birthday parties.
That's not our topic.
Yeah, we talk about, you know, they were talking to us about church and about their kid going to rugby, and like we were talking about regular life stuff. So, you know, I know that the news focuses in on those tragedies, but you know, that's just one part of America. That's a poor representation of all of us. So, and then most of our subscribers are white, you know?
Yeah.
Most. So, and we don't have any issues. But there's some trolls, but there's black trolls, there's Filipino trolls, there's white trolls. You know, trolls are trolls. But overall, I mean, we don't have any issues. No major issues
Mark
with race.
Vance is white.
Yeah, Mark is awesome. We might visit him someday.
Yeah, we're gonna meet him one of these days.
Yeah. I think we are raised to be that way. We are the way we are in life. I think that we are all raised to be that way in our life. You mean just like cool with each other? I mean, I don't know. My mom didn't teach me to be that way towards people, you know. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hi, Mark. I upvoted a few of your stuff. Wait, let me upvote this.
Yeah, Mark, I got to do some more.
Because I still owe you some upvotes.
I've been slacking on the content on Steam, but I'm gonna get back into it. Hey, Veronica, how are you doing?
God, did it just disconnect my phone from the... You know my password?
For
Do you know my password?
For which? For Steam?
Yeah.
No, it's too long.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, some of us are raised to be that way. Yeah. Yep. Yes, absolutely. People are, you know, they're taught to be like that. And it's kind of sad.
But it's like the older you get, and if you observe your environment, it was like that in the Philippines too, where whenever we have a classmate who's Muslim, like, they're excluded, you know? And it's like...
So you think the difference is there between Muslim and Christian?
Yes, there is, but I always wondered about it. Then why can we not be friends with our classmates who are Muslims, you know? There's always one or two of them in every class, and there's like 40 of us who are Catholics. And it's so... The older I got, that I'm like, that's not... I don't think the religion is what should separate me and narrow my options of friends. Like, it should be the character of the person that I should look for, not the religion. And that's same as race, you know? Like, you narrow your option of friends and in relationships when you exclude a race.
Right.
And a race is just it's just a color, a certain look of a person, but we're all human beings. It's like, why?
That's how I feel, but...
May I look at a person not based on race, but based on...
What's the protest about in Virginia? A bunch of white nationalists, that's basically KKK, and what used to be called neo-Nazis, were just doing like a protest, and then there was a counter protest against them, and it got violent, like very violent, and then it ended up with somebody dead because one of the white nationalists drove a car into the crowd of people who are opposing them. They've been fighting for hours.
How can you not surpass somebody? You started a protest, right? A protest
against a certain group. Well,
yeah, and then if someone opposing you, why would you like drive around and then hit them with your car? It's like...
Neo-Nazis' presence in the U.S. is crazy considering America fought against Nazis World War II. Nazi symbol banned. So, Clayton, are you from Germany originally? Are you literally from... You're a dual citizen of Germany and the U.S.?
I think so. Black Lives Matter should... It should be all lives matter, yeah. They're not really a good representation of...
Yep, Frankfurt. Born and raised. Wow, no kidding. Man. Yeah, Germany is a great place, man. I'm actually visited there a couple times. I've visited. I was in what is it called? Stuttgart and Ramstein, and I just did work out there. I did computer work. Like I taught. I think I taught a class there once. Yeah, yeah. I taught a class there, and then I fixed some computers there another time. I've been in and out of Germany. It's really cool. I was really surprised how liberal it is. It's pretty open minded there. Veronica said, "Are people protesting there? Are
You wanna read the messages from here?
people
Are people
protesting there?
protesting there? What's your take on
What's
it?
your take on it in general?
Here is
The protests in Virginia. Well, I think it's first of all, I think it's freedom of speech. The white nationalists have, it's freedom of speech. I don't think that the counter protesters should have attacked them. I don't know who threw the first punch or whatever, and I know that's harsh. It sounds harsh for me to say that, being that I'm a black man, and they definitely wouldn't be for me. But that's what the First Amendment's all about: is freedom of expression, freedom of speech. So I'm all for freedom. People should be able to believe how they want. But
if you're gonna
what
get
crosses
mad
the line
and
is,
hit the other
violence
protesters.
crosses the line, and you should go to jail for it. Now, I do believe there's a double standard in this country. What's very disappointing to me is the justice system, where there's a double standard where a person with dark skin like me is treated a bit differently from somebody who's white. I don't think that that's fair at all. That's not right, and it's just, you can see the cops responding to one person because they look a certain way. Man, that really bothers me. That right there really bothers, especially since I was a cop. And then the system is backing these bad cops up rather than reprimanding these guys, because they're bad cops that are doing this. They're cops that made a very bad mistake, and they're overreacting, and some people can't handle authority and can't handle the pressure of being a cop, and those people should be reprimanded, and they should no longer hold a badge. A cop is somebody who is should be a person who is above reproach. That means that they are held to a higher standard, but it seems like it's the reverse. They're not held to a higher standard, and that's what really bothers me. It doesn't bother me that the KKK and the neo-Nazis are marching. That doesn't bother me. That's freedom of speech. It doesn't bother me that there's counter-protesters. It does bother me that there's violence. Of course, that's going too far. It does bother me that somebody died. That's terrible. It does bother me that there seems to be a double standard in our country, in the United States of America, with the justice system. And without a doubt, that's what's happening. And that's my take in general on it. I truly believe that it's their right as American citizens to say whatever they want, protest, as long as it's like a peaceful demonstration.
That was one thing that I loved.
Now they look like fools. They got tiki torches and stuff. Tiki torches are used by Polynesians for the god, and here they are with tiki torches, trying to look like the Klan or something. It's pretty ridiculous.
What's a tiki torch?
The tiki torch is like those things people put in their backyard. It's like a little torch. It's like a little candle. Yeah,
that's so old school.
That's so dumb. Old school. I mean, that's some high school shit right there. I don't know what they're doing, but
tiki torches. You mean the one that you light on gas?
It's got like I think it has like
with
a little glass. Yeah, I think it has like.
Yeah, that's so like old fashioned, man. God, have something new.
It's
like LED or something.
Okay, could you turn this on? Because I'm having a hard time reading the comments here. It is the same for me with LGBT.
You remember we were stopped 3 times so they
What?
By the cops because he's black. No, that was like my husband was speeding. So yeah.
And the cops were cool, so it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's the same with me. Same with LGBT. I see a lot of bigot and hate for nothing, and they mouth. I feel I want to fight, but I won't. But it's not worth it. Yeah, I mean, people say, people are entitled to their own opinion. Honestly, I truly believe that. And that's what freedom of speech is all about. Yeah, he says the tiki torches they had, and they had
I can't even
dress up like Trump. Yeah,
that's
man,
like what farmers used in the old times, but not anymore because there's electricity now.
Nah, they're trying to emulate what the Klan used to do with torches and what do you call it?
You gotta be unique if you're gonna represent a clan. Okay.
You gotta be unique if you want to represent the KKK.
Something new, something catchy.
Yeah, they should wear.
Not the tiki torch.
That's funny. KKK are dressed like clowns. Yeah, I agree. They should just let these white idiots look like fools, but protesting against them, they are giving them more publicity. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree, Terrence. It's like, I don't know, the counter protests. I mean, I understand. In California, it's really bad. Whenever there's a protest there, they beat the hell out of them, man. It gets violent immediately in California. If you look at the news and when they do those rallies in California, because there's a large contingent of those guys, those neo-Nazis, because there's so many people in California. California's like 10% of the U.S. population, so of course you have every type of mindset there, and there's a lot of neo-Nazi type stuff going on over there. I grew up there. But when they throw those protests, it gets violent.
Well, it's not good
there's so
to
many
also beat
other
them
races.
up,
No, it's not.
That's not good. Like,
I don't think it's good.
That's your freedom. That's the first thing I love. When I came here, I'm like, wow, so people can actually make comedy against Jesus? I mean, we don't... They blocked what was the name of that Da Vinci in the Philippines? And people cannot do that. Like, you can't make fun of the religion.
Yeah.
But here, there's cartoons that we watch and makes jokes about it. They're actually funny. But, yeah, it's like, I'm like, whoa. Or make fun of the president. Like, you don't do that. And
really?
Yeah, you don't like say really insulting.
They go to town on the president here, man.
Yeah, I mean,
president.
They don't do that in the Philippines.
You gotta have some thick skin to be the president. I'll tell you that much.
That's so beyond. So that's what I love about coming here is that people had freedom of speech, and I started seeing it on YouTube where people were like, "F you!" I went, what is going on?
Oh, to us.
Cunt. Somebody just called me a cunt.
Don't say that word, though.
I'm like,
That's
okay, now
here,
I
baby. That's
see.
super bad here.
I see the freedom.
Is that bad in the Philippines?
I don't know the equivalent of that in the Philippines, but it sounds bad.
All right, yeah, don't say that.
But I'm just saying, the freedom of speech. I don't know the exact meaning of that, okay? But, sorry. But I was just thinking,
yeah,
freedom of speech can be good, but people can use it for, insulting or, describing a person that way in such a horrible...
Only thing you're not supposed to do is threaten people or yell fire in a building or...
Yeah, so in the Philippines, you
illegal.
die for saying stuff like that.
You can't say, I'm going to assassinate this or that person.
Yeah, so when we have journalists who
can't do it.
Who expose something about the president or any politicians, they're dead. Like, they don't.
People are criticizing Duterte. They're still alive.
Well, I'm glad that he's not doing that to the media.
You said the SNL make fun of Trump is hella funny. Trump, yeah, it's hilarious. I like the ones of his press secretary. Those kill me, man. Spicer. Those are so funny. Mark says, when I moved to from Los Angeles to Indiana, oh man, sorry, Mark, it's like disappearing on me. To Indiana, I couldn't believe the racism there. There was one county where there's no blacks allowed.
What?
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
Indiana, is that in the U.S.?
That's in the U.S. There's places like that in the South as well.
No blacks were allowed. What? I was like,
freedom of speech, but you still can be killed by that just walking away from the BS. I just walk away from that BS. Yeah. Okay, let me get the.
Well, if you go too far with the freedom of speech, then yeah, you can definitely make someone angry and potentially get killed. But
yeah, in Cali, man, it is dangerous. Dangerous. All right, let me see if I can get a better way to get to the comments.
Yeah, Veronica said, same here. She said she was shocked seeing that Trump they're making fun of Trump on TV shows. Yeah, and PH, you don't do that.
But in my country, you get arrested for speaking openly and dissing the president. Wow.
Or the media in the Philippines, they go missing and you don't hear from them again.
Jack said,
Magandang tanghali, Yuri Bruce.
Is that evening?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jack. We're just talking about topics of the day here. Wow.
In my country, you can get arrested, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Openly and dissing the president.
Nah, they go to town on the president here, man. They go to town. I remember one time I was on Reddit and me and this dude from China were having this discussion about how he was saying that China was more free than America, which is crazy. And I said, we were going back and forth, and I said, let me give you an example. And at the time it was Bush was in office. I said, fuck President George Bush, right? On there. I said, I just want to give you an example of what freedom is. Right? And I put that, I said, now you said the same thing about your president. And he was like, okay, you're right.
Yeah, oh my God. And Michael said, they still have a restaurant saying, we have the right to refuse service to anyone. What are your feelings about it?
The right to refuse anyone?
What are your feelings on that? I would say, well, it's your restaurant, it's your business, you know.
You know, I know where you're going with that, Michael. And I have to say that I definitely side with the business owner on that. I think a business owner should be able to refuse service. And the reason why is because it's your business.
It's your loss.
Now that being said, that people should vote against them with their money. Like you shouldn't go there if people are denying, say, gays, because he's talking about that happened in one state where these cake makers said that they weren't gonna,
remember that.
Yeah, they weren't gonna make a wedding cake for this couple because they were gay. Now I totally disagree with that. I think that's disgusting, and I'm totally for LGBT rights, and I really don't. I know that some people are gonna be offended by that, but you know, honestly, it's human rights, right? So I'm disgusted by that. But at the same time, I believe that the business owner's right as a business owner to refuse service to anyone, even if it's to black people. I know that sounds crazy, but the response should be that no black people go there anymore.
Well, if
and
that
I think
happened
that the market
to
would
me,
fix it.
and they would say no Asian, I'd be like advertising them on Instagram, YouTube, steam it everywhere. I'd be like, guys, don't ever go to this. They are racist.
Don't ever go to that place. Like if you don't, I mean, I know that there's some federal precedents because that goes right into like discrimination, and it can really go. The argument can really go both ways constitutionally because somebody could argue that that's against your constitutional rights as a citizen of the United States, that you shouldn't be discriminated against. So I can actually see that argument as well. It's just my personal beliefs that the U.S. government shouldn't force people to serve people or force them to have them come in. To me, like the way I feel about it, if a store doesn't want to serve me, if they don't want to take my money, I'm out. I'm not going to your store. If you don't want my money that's green and has nothing to do with me being black, then I'm not going to be in your store. That's how I feel about it.
For me, I'd feel bad for them.
I don't want to give money to somebody who doesn't want to serve.
I would just say, hey,
gay
you know, are
people.
you sure you're gonna refuse to this certain? In my mind, I'd be like, wow, you're losing so much business. I mean, I would not wonder that in few months your business is shut down from declining.
Exactly. Okay,
Declining a specific race just because you feel like you don't. I mean, business is business. Money, you take if you have a business especially catering for locals, or like for example a bakery, like you gotta sell every day.
Yeah, I mean I feel the same way about smoking. Like I don't think
If it was like an online store, like you own Amazon and you didn't, I mean, you don't even have to see their faces of your customer, so that really won't bother you if you're doing online business. But if you have a shop, and you have to sell goods and services every day, it's like you lose so much money by declining that race because you don't want to give them any service.
I just think it should be the store owner's right to do that. But okay, Daniel Finn says, Bruce and Yuri, I only posted a few times, but I think that you remember me.
But we finally moved to Sikihor with other house in Dumaguete. Yes, I think I remember.
Do not discuss politics here. Not relevant. Do not. Oh, on the channel?
I think so.
Too late. Okay, Jeff says, hi Bruce and Yuri, I'm from Canada and I enjoy your videos and it helps a lot. Thanks, Jeff. Philippine scenes in the house. What's going on, man? How's the Philippines? How's Cebu? Hi, thanks for the video.
In some countries you can't even use YouTube, diba? I think so.
True. I don't know which ones. I don't think they blocked it in China, but they've blocked certain sites in China. I think Facebook is blocked there, but they use a VPN to get around it.
We do have freedom of speech here, but unfortunately too many people feel that we have freedom from consequence.
Yeah. If you're in the middle of the street screaming racial slurs, you're probably gonna get punched in the face.
So many people say never take responsibility for
what they
say.
Exactly. I agree, Jack. Philippine Scene says people will think twice before posting any political topic issues. Yeah.
I think he's talking about the Philippines. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in certain countries.
Or other countries, yeah.
Jim Crow South was okay, and it was just up to the black people to not go. I mean, I don't think that public places should be blocked, because that's a public place. That's basically the federal government coming in and saying, yea, verily, black people aren't allowed to drink from this fountain. Like, that's bullshit, you know? But if it's your personal property, if you own the business, then I don't see why that business owner shouldn't be able to refuse business. But the consequences, like Jack said, I think Jack is the one who said the consequences is that you will lose business. And if that's okay with you, I'm sure it's fine with the community you decide not to serve. But, you know, that's not the direction we're going in, unfortunately. When people protest, they get killed with live bullets.
Beat up the journalists.
Are not protected in my country. Journalists are limited to what they show on TV.
Yep.
Wow. That's...
Yep.
And that's in Kenya, huh?
There's so much difference here in the U.S. Up here, journalists show anything they want on TV, or the comedy, like they all show it of what they want to,
like satire,
yeah,
going really hard against the president, or going against senators or congressmen or whatever. Yeah, you can do that here. I mean, that's what I love. It's one of the things I really love about the United States. I like the idea of the U.S. I mean, we can always do better. You know, and yes, this stuff is happening, and the news is going to play it 24/7 until everybody thinks that's what's happening all over the place. But that's not the case. You know, with most people, they just want to live their life. Mike says, football talk. Which is your team, bro? You trying to change the subject on me? We're not changing the damn subject.
And this is actually not political issue.
It's a political issue.
It's not political.
It's racial and it's political. So
what's political about
super
it?
Bad. Freedom of speech.
That's not political. That's human rights.
Well, it ties right into political stuff. So.
With what? What
Go
kind
Broncos.
of political?
So they're trying to change the topic. You're trying to change the topic. We're going to talk about it, baby.
You know, before we never really talk about it, right? Like, that must offend other people who
we're super
used to,
like, talk about
be a fan of ours. But
we lose people because of it.
This is not political. I was so shocked seeing it on TV. In the Philippines, like, yeah, people would say, oh, white skin. They want white skin.
And yeah, people don't want to talk about
that.
But Filipinos don't want to talk about it.
We don't really go out of our way to
people
like
get mad
attack
at us because what we're saying.
People or
yeah, we're not, and that's the thing. I don't feel like we're attacking white people. We're not attacking Filipinos. We're just saying, hey, here's how it is. Filipinos seem to favor a lighter shade of skin. Yeah. Right? Not all. We're not saying all Filipinos are like that, you know. And
but that's your personal preference.
And I'm
just
saying,
like a business.
Filipinos look beautiful with brown skin, and a lot of Americans and Canadians and Western people feel the same way, and that's why there's tanning beds here in the U.S. That's why a dark skinned person can get a major role in a movie. That's why we have dark skinned models, because we can appreciate the beauty of brown skin and dark skin, so, as well as white skin. So, I mean, that to me, that's the beauty of the United States. That's what I love about this country, is that we have a potential to be great, And there's nothing wrong with talking about that, guys. You guys should be proud of that.
Well, how are you gonna add
you're trying to make me talk about the damn Broncos, who I don't give a damn about.
It's like
Okay, what else? Let's see what else you guys are talking about. All right, let's see here. What's our
Go Broncos?
Okay, I like Panay except for the tempo. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
nobody likes the tempo.
We are gonna tablations. We are gonna talk about it.
I do not see.
I like Pinoys except the tempo. Well, it comes in a package, right?
I do see a lot of Pinoys with African Americans means something good. Hee hee.
I do see a lot of Pinoys with African Americans means
and Arthur
something
says,
good.
I'm big on freedom of speech, freedom of markets, and personal responsibility. Amen. Me too.
Go Pack, go.
Go the Packers, huh?
I did like the Packers better. Actually, they were better, I would say.
She doesn't know anything about football.
I watched the finals long time ago.
In the 80s? When's the last time the Packers won?
We're talking about guys, but some questions do come to mind when you guys are online.
Whoops.
Oh.
What the? Oh man, what did I just do? Sorry about that.
What happened to our comments?
So we're bringing comments back, guys.
This is confusing.
Yeah, I'd rather have the computer myself.
Can't figure out how to live chat. Go Pack. Then yeah.
Forget the Broncos. Let's talk about the Jets. The Jets.
What's the
the Jets, New York Jets, right?
I see now. Go LA Chargers.
They're trying to change the subject. You trying to change the subject? We're talking about. We're talking about race and politics.
No, baby. Okay, that was done, guys. I mean, honestly,
it's all good. It's all good.
When I used to, sometimes the news made me really upset that I cried about it.
We try not to watch it. It's too depressing.
We didn't even show that on video, but I'm just like, I don't think anything's wrong with discussing about it. It's not like.
I have a Filipina who lives in Japan. This is Jeff talking. She sees
Sorry,
things are hard for her there because she's a Filipina. Yeah, I've heard some of the countries in Southeast Asia are really hard on Filipinos. We were actually in Hong Kong, man, and I was really surprised.
I did not like it. I mean,
yeah, so you remember me and Yuri were walking in Hong Kong, and all of the Filipina, not just Filipinos,
they were domestic helpers.
Domestic helpers were outside, like eating, like they were like in the street.
Yeah, they were like only in a certain area.
Yeah, they were like, there was like a day where they all had to. You guys know what I'm talking about? There was like a day where they didn't have a home or something. It was really kind of weird.
No, I think they were on a day off, but they only hung out in one place.
I don't know. It was just like...
It was sad to see.
Yeah, it was...
I know so many Filipinos go overseas so they can help their families.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And maybe they had kids back home.
Arthur says, what are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter blocking the highway? And
this
roads?
Was...
ridiculous.
When we were in Hong Kong, we went to this place called...
way to get your point across.
Red Light District. And then this Chinese guy keeps staring at me and Bruce, and I'm like, what are you looking at?
He was probably just checking you out.
No, he was like gossiping about me and you, and I'm like,
you don't know Chinese, you don't know Mandarin. How do you know he was talking about us?
Because he keeps
He's probably
staring
saying,
at me.
Look at that beautiful couple.
No.
Is that Yuri and Bruce? They were like, that's
we
what
didn't have a YouTube channel at the time, so how would it?
Come on, be positive.
It's just
Smack
like,
says,
I just don't like
oh wow, I'm thinking about going to HK with my girlfriend in a few months. May change my mind.
Thailand. Go to Thailand instead.
Buddy. Don't waste your time in Hong Kong. Well, okay, here's the thing. Now, I didn't think that there was some racial stuff going on in Hong Kong. But for the domestic helpers, it definitely wasn't fair for them. But they don't treat you... I didn't feel like we were treated differently as tourists. Well, but the problem with Hong Kong was that the things were too expensive, number one.
It was too crowded.
It was too crowded, number two. And like we had way more fun in Thailand.
For less money.
For way less money, yeah. So
and we were there for a month.
I could see going there for business or something because they have a lot of business stuff there. But yeah, I would go to Thailand, man. I heard Bali was good too. You might want to check that out. Maldives is another one. But Hong Kong, man, we spent so much money there and we didn't have that much fun either. You know? I mean, it was okay to hang out.
Arthur said, what are your thoughts about BLM?
Black Lives Matter blocking the highways and major roads. I think it's stupid.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
I mean, no offense to black people if you're supporting this Black Lives Matters, but I really get annoyed when they were talking on TV or interrupting the speeches of Bernie Sanders, Hillary,
or whoever. Like, how are you going to get
whomever.
Yeah, it's like, how are you going to get your point across? They don't... Man, I don't even want to... I'm just like, okay, I'm a little salty about it because I had some personal experience with them. And I'm not saying that they don't have a legitimate argument. What I'm saying is I don't think that their movement is effective nationwide. I think it's probably more effective.
Blocking the roads is causing...
I think it's more effective on a local level, but I don't think that they're... Blocking the road, I think, is ridiculous and stupid.
I would be pissed off even if...
Yeah, you got jobs. You gotta
go to your job and then...
Right, and now they're going to block the freeway, which is stupid.
I would not be happy
Okay,
about
Michael says Southeast Asia is their racist stuff versus other countries.
Other Asia countries.
I mean, yeah, there's racism everywhere, man. You know the deal. But I think it's different. It's different there. Like, the attitude is just different. It's not like there's like a... Can't say there's not a history of it, but it's just, I don't know. Like when I was in the Philippines, man, I felt like a rock star, man. I was never treated bad there. I was in Japan for a bit. I think that they kind of treated some of the Africans bad there, some of the immigrants, and they kind of blame immigrants for stuff. But as a tourist, I don't feel like I was mistreated. Korea, I was in Korea for a year and a half. I lived there, and nobody treated me bad. In fact, the older generation would invite me into their house and stuff because I knew a little bit Korean. They were really nice to me. Thai people, man, so nice. So my experience has been good overseas, to be honest with you. the only time I had
I
bad
wouldn't say
experience
it's being racist.
was Italy.
They're just their preference are more for white.
Well, okay, let me preface that. Let me put that in perspective, okay? What Yuri's saying there. what we found is that a lot of they're very obsessed with the European look there all over Asia. Like they get their eyes changed, they get like their cheeks changed. They like trying to go for the European look is very beautiful there. So, but that doesn't mean that they're going to treat you bad as a black person. In fact, some people prefer the darker skin, and you can even walk around, and some Asians are actually making their skin very dark, like in Japan. So it's a matter of preference, but majority are right now the European look is really in. So that's all I'll say about that. Carlton says, just got back from Philippines,
where I met the girl I have been speaking with online.
That's great, man. I hope it went good. What part of the Philippines did you go to, Carlton? Q says, hi there. My name is Paul. Oh boy, is this gonna be a brutal troll attack? I have been watching your videos about the Philippines. Oh, thank God. No attack today. Okay, good. We're good. I've watched your videos about Philippine culture. Oh, great. I hope you liked it.
My fiance, Jay Barnes said, my fiance is a domestic helper in Hong Kong. They treat Filipinos
like slaves. As a black American, I am treated better than they are treated than other Asians. Countries. I'm working hard to get her from out of there ASAP. Yeah, I've heard. From what I saw, actually.
But, I mean, I haven't even. You don't even have to hear it. You just have to look.
Did you remember that? Yes. Remember we were walking down the street and we were like, why are all those people like hanging out in the street?
Because they have no other place. They're not allowed to.
Yeah, what is that all about, Jay Barnes? I heard that there was like some kind of siesta or like some kind of a day off where they don't have nowhere to go. They were in the streets, man. It was crazy. They were all like huddled like in this big roundabout. And we were like, what's going on? It was... Man, I never seen nothing like that.
And they all look sad too.
Yeah, it was kind of brutal. Smack says, well, Black Lives Matter doesn't have a clear set of agendas. Exactly.
Yep.
They don't have a vision. They do get a lot of
publicity,
but I don't feel like they have.
You gotta use that publicity in the.
I didn't realize that they were on TV so much that somebody in my family had an issue with the police in Sacramento PD. And so we had to address it. It was bad. It was really bad. And it was getting worse. And I don't want to go into it. But so our first impression was to call Black Lives Matter. We're like, Black Lives Matter. We're going to go to Black Lives Matter. So we tried to contact them. There were no contacts. They had
no office.
A shitty webpage on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, so these guys is not existent, you know? Shame on me, you know? I thought it was like this huge organization. They don't really have a vision. They're just a bunch of protesters. Like I said before, like I think that NAACP does a better job of having a vision and having a goal and having roots, that leaders that can go in and make change, affect change. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Carlton says Black Lives Matter
showing anger. Yep,
is counterproductive to their agenda. I agree. Q says. Your videos have been so helpful to me. Thanks. Glad they helped.
Thank you.
Veronica says, my husband is white and African American. My husband is white and African American. Women, when they walk around people, look, some are surprised in a good way. And black women intend to be the most surprised of it. You mean of your husband?
Yeah. Because they're an interracial couple. You remember... that means, you know, Maisie Lee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, I think that's awesome, guys. I mean, don't let anybody get you guys down, you know? Don't let anybody talk you down. Can you read that one right there, Daniel?
Danielle said, oh, so you know how to speak Bisaya, Danielle? That's awesome. He's saying his wife and him went to Hong Kong and loved it.
Oh, that's good.
he said he likes Hong Kong.
Okay. Carlton says.
My soon to be. I think Hong Kong is awesome for shopping. Honestly.
Oh yeah, that's where we bought that computer.
They got good.
That's right.
Stuff there.
They had
electronics.
They have some good electronics. We actually bought a laptop from there for cheap. Carlton says, my soon-to-be stepson AJ is 7 years old. Told his mom he hates his dark skin. Yeah, there's
my son-to-be son AJ.
You just gotta build him up, you know. Build him up and let him know, like, you know, you're beautiful the way you are, or handsome,
yeah.
Pogi, you know.
Pogi.
Yeah, tell him, you know, he doesn't have nothing to fear. Tell him, like in the U.S., having a tan is great. Having dark skin is good here. It's the opposite of the Philippines. Build him up young, you know what I mean, Arthur? Because you got to have him build up his confidence so he can be successful. Michael says, Spanish workers
at work make me mad when at work they are speaking Spanish.
Speak Spanish. Only on walkie-talkies they speak to others on break and lunch. Yeah, I can see how that could be kind of annoying. Because you don't know if they're talking shit about you. Which they probably are.
Possible. That's why they wouldn't talk in English.
Carlton says, just got back from staying in Pasig, Davao City, one day in Makati. And
getting her a visitor visa to the U.S.
Is it hopeless? I wouldn't say it's hopeless, but it's really hard.
You can try, you know.
Does she have assets? Because what they look at is if you're...
Well, not necessarily assets, because somebody else said they brought their girlfriend in the U.S. and they were able to get... Yeah. But, well, maybe the girl has had work before and has traveled to other countries.
You try it.
And went back home. Like, they gotta have a solid record that they're not gonna... But for people who has not traveled abroad, or does not have any assets or does not have any jobs who are believable that they're gonna come back, then they never pass the... But if your girlfriend has traveled to other countries before and for work or for tourists or as a tourist or anything like that, then that should help too.
Yeah, it's just our opinion. We don't actually know. I mean, we know of people who've come here or who have failed coming here on the tourist visa from the Philippines, and it seems to be hard. Like looks like they look at ties to the Philippines. They want to make sure your future fiance or your friend has ties in the Philippines so that they're not going to overstay their visa.
Yeah.
Michael says, Pinoys come here and listen, and they hear the language, then
learn the language.
Then learn the language.
Pinoys come here and listen, and they learn the language.
Yeah, but I mean, Filipinos are taught in school from like elementary.
Yeah.
So they don't.
No, we're
have
taught
to really
since
learn.
Kindergarten, A, B, C, D, all of that. We're taught in school, so. Yeah. I'm not sure if they do that in Mexico.
I don't think they do. Dan Finn says, I understand that they gather there for friendship. I don't know what he's...
That they just gather, I think that's...
Oh, he's talking about the Hong Kong thing, the Filipinas all gathering in one spot. That must be what you mean. Maybe. Juan Banda says... What do you guys know about George Soros? I know he's tied to a lot of conspiracy theories. I know he's a billionaire. I know he's pretty left, liberal-leaning dude. That's all I know. I don't know much about the conspiracies and stuff about surrounding George Soros.
Veronica said, white people comes to Africa, walk around, enjoy the hot sun, and in my country... Girls bleach themselves to look white because they think that's what's appealing.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, they gotta think to themselves, why are white dudes coming to Africa to pick up girls, you know? Are they going for white girls there? I don't think so. You're just saying. Michael, Mexicans are hard-headed. I love Mexican people. Some of my people in my family are Mexican, so watch it.
No, I think what frustrates Michael is that they don't talk in English. I mean, I'd be frustrated too if we're working together and they won't communicate in English and only talk in Spanish to their friends.
How often does your friend Ellie speak in Spanish? She's Mexican.
She talks in English all the time.
Just how often does she speak Spanish to her friend?
Only to her mom. Because at work, we are all immigrants. How are we going to understand each other if we don't communicate in English?
I agree. Daryl Charity says, you know, Bruce and Yuri, you are truly all one race. We are all truly one race. And that's the human race, my friend. Yes, I agree, Daryl.
Yeah.
That's corny. No, I'm just kidding. Frederick Ransom says,
hey, anyhow, the white rallies are just more freedom for all, even if spewing hate. Ignore that viewpoint and they are mad, like all other extreme small groups spewing hate.
Spewing hate.
Spewing?
Yeah.
About other fellow humans.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't...
That's my argument, Frederick. It's their freedom of speech, you know, and I think it's unfortunate that it got violent. I think it's really unfortunate, you know. I mean, honestly, people should have a right. Because, look, if we block them from saying what they want to say, right, you know, so long as they're not threatening anybody or anything like that, then other people are going to block you when you have something to say, you know. And it might be it's something that not everybody agrees with, right? So I agree with Frederick. Like, they have a right to say that, you know. But they also have a right to get punched in the mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Jay Barnes says...
on their holiday or day off, they have to go out or they will end up working for free, especially when they work for a Chinese family and have to live with the family.
I'm talking about Hong Kong.
No money and no place to go. I'd believe that.
Sucks,
My boss was
man.
Chinese.
That sucks, man. Jay Barnes says, so they hang out in groups wherever they can gather.
They can gather.
Man, that's crazy. Juan, I am Mexican, Michael. Perhaps you experience more Mexicans as hard-headed because Mexico is south of the border and the rest of Latin America is Mexico, by the way. Like I said, I love Mexican people. I
have a different experience.
I literally have
with
people
them,
in my
actually.
family who are Mexican. So my experience with Mexican people, I mean, you know, I think maybe I've just been blessed. Like, everybody I've been around, the majority of them have been good people, you know? There's always a bad apple, you know, among every race.
I think you must be working with the bad apples.
Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, because me, I have great... actually, my very close friends here are 3 Mexicans.
That's all she hangs out with. The Mexicans. No, I'm just kidding.
Because 2 of them they're really, I like them. And
they're cool people.
One's 18 years old, turning 19 as my friend. Well, they keep me young. They keep me staying young because they're young, right?
Andy. Hey, Andy. Hey, how you doing, man? Did you get some Bitcoin? Veronica Dip says, the white man and foreign man who come to my country, they like dark, beautiful skin. Yes, exactly.
Yet the women are too busy
bleaching themselves to look white. Isn't that weird? It's so strange. Like, you should really love yourself, you know? I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't enhance the beauty you have, but like to try to be something you're not, like to go Michael Jackson on it, I mean, I think that's not good.
Michael said, my mother just told me, don't worry about it, just focus on your job and don't start drama. Yeah.
Exactly, Mike.
So, I also have, like, at work, you just gotta focus on your own job and not let other people affect you.
Yeah. Yeah, and at Yuri's job, it's mostly the Americans who are hard-headed, by the way.
Yes.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. That's too racial, right? But
it's not racial. Nationalistic, I'll say.
I mean, that's like
but it's the
picking
truth.
One race because...
It's actually something I would agree with because we're just pampered babies.
But yeah,
Smack
that's the
says,
truth.
By the way, do you guys remember some
commenters that have controversial posts on your video sometimes? Lil, I asked because I had a long debate on your video before, Lil. I regret. Nah, sometimes yeah, don't
I mean,
have like a
I get into it with some of those guys sometimes. But I usually try to talk to them, in a rational way. But usually they're just trying to get their own point across. So
controversial ones I'm okay with it, but what before I used to be affected with haters, but last night I was like reading this comment for this Tampo video, and the guy's like, so
oh boy,
about the butterfly eyebrows, right? And that just made me laugh. I don't really get offended by that.
Okay, Johnny Day says, same, this still goes on. I'm a kid of the 60s. Must have lost track of that one.
No, for the racial stuff.
Oh, the racial stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate, man. It's really unfortunate.
Hi, Johnny. I remember you. Did you go to the Philippines yet? Because I know last year we were talking.
Frederick Ransom says, Bruce and Yuri, thanks
to be brave.
Thanks to be brave and try to talk about delicate subjects.
Huh?
I mean, we just have a positive attitude about life in general. You know what I mean? And these, like, bad things are going to pass. You know what I mean? Like, and when people are saying white people are like this or black people are like this, we know that's not true because we know good white people. I mean, like I said, the day that all that stuff happened, we're hanging out with our buddy and his daughter who are white. And we weren't even talking about this stuff. We were talking about his daughter going to, what is it called? Not soccer, rugby. Yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking about hanging out. We were having a good time. We ate dinner together. So this is just a small minority. And the thing is, like, the news will just play this back to back to back and make you think.
Don't watch news.
You would think that it's happening all over the United States and the United States is being burned down. Then they try to tie it into Donald Trump, right? Which, I'm not a fan of Trump. I don't like my president. I don't like President Donald Trump. But to try to tie him into some kind of, huge controversy like that, I mean, I don't know how far you can go with that.
It's not really the president who can solve that.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just thinking to myself, like, we can solve these things, and as individuals, and to think that everybody's like this because this one small group in Virginia or North Carolina or wherever is having a rally, I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate that's the stuff they're saying. I hate hate speech. I hate all that stuff. But it's their right to voice their opinions. And I don't think it should have got violent. Unfortunately, it did. So, okay. Let me see. Bruce
Last
and Yuri.
thing I heard.
Hey, Vince. How you doing? Johnny Day says, I want to understand the evolution of this hate we see the movie Detroit. Oh, to understand the evolution. Oh, I'll check that out. I'll check that movie out. Michael says, we need
a straight and gay pride parades for more peace and love across this nation.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, Mike. Arthur says, my fiance inherited property, but there's a dispute over the title. Oh, shit. This is happening to somebody in Yuri's family. Where should she go to unravel the issue? Does she have to go to a lawyer? Isn't that lawyer? That's what Purple Shadow's doing.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
Purple Shadow's going through something similar to that.
Wow, really, Bruce? You have Mexican roots in your DNA?
No, like, I got a family who's extremely. I grew up with them, basically. Not we're not related by blood. We're very close because we grew up like as little kids together. So we still, when I go back to Sacramento, I always go see. There's only one person I go see, and that's my buddy who happens to be Mexican. Aside from my mom, by the way. Let me see. Daryl Charity says, everybody has the right to their own opinion, and I think everyone can say whatever it is that they want, they feel, but I really don't think anybody has the right to inflict harm on other human beings. Yes.
Now that's like, you have all your freedom to say whatever you want, but when you go out of your way to harm somebody else, now that's a crime.
Exactly. Frederick Ransom says, Viva Mexico. What? Michael says, LOL. He must be talking about the gay pride. Um, Daryl Charity says there is definitely good and bad in every race. Absolutely, I agree with that. But I always try to look at the positive side of people because I truly do believe that there is good in everyone. It's like Obama used to say, great speaker, man. He was an awesome speaker, but he always used to say, and I think he got the same somewhere else. Look to people's better angels. You know, in other words, look for the good in everyone. You know, they have a good side to them. Let me see who else. Panay Arwell. They are
Pretty
stubborn. Yep. Next one. Michael Firestone. Michael
Look,
Firestone.
Hi, bye.
Veronica Dip says, Bruce.
I need to send you a message. And say hi to your wife, Cherry. I wish to see you again in the future.
Yep. Veronica Dip says, what do you think Obama would have said about protests? I think he would have strongly...
Have a nice speech.
He would have strongly opposed the nationalists, but he also would have been pro freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mike says, I was raised American, but my mom is Hispanic.
And my dad
is white. So then why are you talking crap about Mexicans then?
No, I think it's just because of the workplace, you know? Like,
all right.
It ruins your mood when your coworkers...
Yeah, but you can't say all people are like this or that, like you say about Americans, by the way.
That's not what I'm saying about all Americans. It's my boss. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Her boss is American. He's a cool guy. Okay, Veronica Dip says, I love Mexican people, their food, and I love the Spanish language. Me too. Jeff S. says, it is the same in Japan. My girlfriend said that she needs injections to make her skin whiter. Yeah, man, that's sad, man. And Mexican women, like, they have that tan skin that's beautiful, like Yuri. Like, look at that beautiful tan skin.
Look at that beautiful brown skin.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Japan's like that too. I noticed, like, in Japan they like did the eyes a lot. Like the eyes, they would like make their eyes like have a more round appearance, which is unfortunate. They should appreciate, you know, their looks.
Small percentage. Jeff Saburin, so true.
So true.
Think the fight is too constant. Oh, baby, let's go upstairs. Should we show them like a sneak peek?
No, we shouldn't.
Okay, guys, just wait for tonight.
We shouldn't even talk about that.
For our broadcast.
Smack says, I think
something.
Man, you really can't keep secrets, can you? Wow.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
You guys have, if you're with a Filipina, man, they can't keep secrets at all. Okay, Smack says, I think the fight is going to constantly prove one's humanity and fight against generalizations. Yes, I agree. We do it naturally, but we have to use our intellect to prevent major problems. Exactly. You got to think about it, you know. It's an automatic response to generalize a whole group of people because you had this or that experience. But you got to remember, people are individuals. I agree, Smack.
Johnny said, I love my Cebuano Filipina. I too, what?
Me too.
I too?
Andy says, no, Bruce.
Didn't get any Bitcoin.
LOL.
I'm done with that for now. How are you guys doing?
How are you guys doing? By the way, tell me what your friend does for a living so I can have a basement collection like that.
No, he's been collecting that for more than 20 years, right?
He's been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
It's like...
little by little. He's a collector, so he knows the value of stuff. He'll buy it when it's cheap. It's kind of like Bitcoin. He buys it when it's, or gold, or whatever. He'll buy it when it's cheap, and then it kind of goes up in value. So and then sometimes he'll trade stuff he'll trade up. But he's been doing it since he was a kid.
That was so nice. I mean, I was so surprised of the collection. Awesome. And there was more. That was not all of them. There's still like boxes and boxes.
Why does your sister keep... Okay. Frederick says... Frederick says, evolution of hate is passed from peoples of other friends and families. Ditch the haters in your life. Ignore and exactly.
And don't absorb that crap, diba?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. What's diba mean?
Diba, right?
Right. Siggy. Right? Is that how you do it? Okay.
Yeah, hate is futile.
Hate is futile.
Michael
Cool
emailed me. Must have gotten a few new cards again. Wow,
Mike is the
miles collector.
Yep, you're the miles man, Mike. You should call yourself the miles man. John Day says, and the other Filipino people love the negritos
of the Philippines, the
Aborigines
of the country.
Mahal kita. Yes.
Carlton Banks, if my girlfriend and I marry, can she have dual citizenship between the US and the Philippines? Yes.
Veronica says, sorry to be off topic, but between iPhone 7 and Samsung 8, which one is the best for taking pictures and photos?
iPhone 7 is.
No, Samsung 8 is what we're on now. You see us right here? This is a Samsung 8.
I'm sure you've seen the comparison.
See that?
When we
see this? See that?
When we did.
See how it's 3D? That's Samsung. This crap, that's iPhone 7. So,
well,
you be the judge.
This is what I use for selfies and time lapse and videos for like a front camera. I really like it.
It's good for time lapses, iPhone.
It really takes good photos. Like if you're going outside.
Which one had a better sound? This one or this one for videos? I can't remember.
Probably this one. Or I don't know, but I like iPhone more when it comes to taking your best selfies. Like it's much better.
Samsung's better. Carlton says, oh, dual citizenship question. Lavelle, hello. We caught up finally. Whew. That's a lot of questions.
Hello.
Guys.
Hi, Lavelle. How much does annulment cost in the Philippines?
About $5,000, $5,000, right? Or more. Because you got to go under the table. It's not cheap, man.
That's $5,000, yeah, under the table, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what is Super Chat?
Super Chat is how you can give us money right now.
No, that's a scam.
No. Seriously. It is. What? Let me show you. I'll show you. Okay.
That's what it is?
Yeah. Super Chat, you go here. Let me show you. Wait. Let me see if I can bring it up again. See, you hit Super Chat button, and then it allows you to pay us for, like, if we get a good comment or something, they can, like, donate $1 or $2.
Oh, yeah. That's new.
It is. It's a new feature. Well, it's not new anymore. It's been out for like a year or two.
Sponsor and Super Chat message. I didn't know that. Anyway, guys, I'm afraid that I will get you guys hooked to TLC on Sundays. The show after 90 Day Fiancé has people doing the journey to see their live love interest. Yeah. I got hooked up into watching that.
Yeah, the one after was even better than
it was much better than the one that's on air now.
Wait, we're missing.
Bruce, how many cover letters should be in AOS? One, sis.
Just one.
The thing I don't understand, James Brown said, is that we all are Americans. No matter what your nationality, American is American. ISIS doesn't care what color you are to kill you. Just that you're an American.
Yep. So,
when
you're in the Middle East, say you're a Canadian.
Is that bad?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what we used to do.
Samsung all the way.
Yes. Living in Makati for extended period of time. My girlfriend lives and works here.
I visited there for short stays before, but don't know about long term. Yeah, just take your time.
Makati's nice, isn't it?
But yeah, Makati is really nice.
Lance Montgomery says, "Did you say $5,000 for an annulment?" Yes, it's what, 5,000?
About that.
About that, approximately, give or take $100.
It can be $3,000 depending on the lawyer.
Yeah, you gotta go to a lawyer. That's the problem right there. As soon as
It
you say
depends on
lawyer,
the lawyer.
as soon as you say lawyer, that's thousands of dollars right away.
What flights did you take to get to the Philippines when visiting your wife, and was it cheap flight?
Mine weren't cheap because normally I had to do like an abrupt flight, except once I think. You can. It depends on from where you're flying from the States. Like right now, what didn't we just price this? From LA, you could get a ticket for like $400 to Manila.
No, 600.
$600 from LA to Manila.
$650.
Right, but I'm in Colorado, so I gotta pay for the ticket from Denver to LA, and then LA to Manila, and then Manila to Cebu. So that usually costs me, if I do it like with no notice, like within like a week or something, it's gonna cost me like $1,200 or something crazy.
Arthur said,
or more.
You wanna read from here? Canon makes a small camera with a flip viewfinder for blogging, which is smaller than the lugging. A bit. Lugging,
you're talking about the GX7, I think it is. I've been thinking about getting that.
We should buy that, babe. We just bought them.
Yeah, we kind of buying too much stuff right now, so I like to get that one pretty soon.
Carlton, I believe that hate or tribalism today is motivated by the powers at B.
The powers
to keep us little people fighting each other and fighting over crumbs.
Maybe. Divorce there
costs $5,000 U.S. currency.
Maybe they're trying to, U.S. currency, not 5,000 pesos, $5,000.
Yeah, so don't get
Veronica
married
Dip
there
said,
if you're not sure.
When and
Bruce wins. I'm going for Samsung. Oh,
Power Shot
that's
G1.
Sad.
Q. $2. Thanks, man. Super chat. Somebody super chat us $2. Thanks, Q.
Is that how you say the name Q?
I don't know how to pronounce
Canon.
it. Quag.
Like
Quagmire.
That's Quagmire.
Giggity.
What's a giggity? You mean the show?
Yeah.
the kid who sings.
The perverted
really
guy.
Good.
No, the perverted guy on Family Guy.
Oh, the alien.
No, that's American Dad.
Good morning, USA.
Okay. It's enough of that. All right. Whoops.
Canon Power Shot.
Veronica says, did you already read that one?
You read a random Amazon gift selection thing that pops up on the phone is true?
What? What random? We don't know what you're talking
about. Can you send
me
the site? Can you email me in Gmail of...
Yeah, could you give us a screenshot of what you're talking about?
Give me a screenshot of what it's about. Because that must be a scam. I'm not sure. Because I haven't heard of people saying... You only get like the email that I sent to you before once you hit like 150 helpful votes, they send you a website exclusively for top Amazon reviewers.
Yeah. Let me see. Are you gonna talk to your sister or are you?
You guys inspire me. I love it.
5K is cheap for an annulment
when you compare it to divorce in a...
That's true, actually.
Yes.
Can't argue with that.
Lol, don't do what I did. Be very careful. I booked 2 separate flights. NY has tickets as cheap as $500. I flew from Atlanta to New York, but missed flight from NY because weather delays. Oh my God.
So then you had to pay another fee for the missed flight? Oh, that's brutal.
I love Bacola, Jeff. James Brown said, you guys inspire me. I'm African American and my wife is Filipina. She's getting her visa very soon. You have helped me when understanding the differences in cultures. Keep up the good work, guys.
Blasian represent.
Thank you, James. I'm glad that we're able to help you, you know. Andy said, lol, what's a giggity? What?
What's a giggity?
Giggity.
Watch Family Guy.
Family Guy, Andy. Quag said, I'm planning a travel to Cebu in March of 2018 to visit girlfriend.
Awesome. Hope you have a good time.
Congrats.
Cebu is my favorite place in the world.
I wish your trip would turn out good, and I hope that your relationship will, be, would turn into possible marriage,
Yeah, me too.
You gotta work for it, though.
It's up to you two. We got $5 from Daryl. Charity?
Wow. Thank you, Daryl.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Good looking out.
Thank you so much.
Dan
I didn't expect that.
Dan
will you stay in Cebu? Suggest Quest Hotel. Yeah, Quest Hotel there is nice.
Oh, yeah, Quest is nice, huh? Did we stay there together?
I'm not sure if we went there. We went to Marriott, which is ridiculously expensive. Don't go there. Lance Montgomery said, an annulment has to be completed before applying for a K-1 visa. Yeah. You cannot apply for a K-1 fiance visa if you are still married.
Yeah, if you're married or your fiance is married, then they that's one of the first things they look for. So, and a lot of people we know have been either RFE'd or denied because of that. So,
Smack said, yep, but I only had to pay $200 extra. Japan Airlines lowered it from as high as 1,000, but flew
the next day. Oh, had to stay the night, huh? Q says, can you give me some advice about the very long flight and also
what to do right after I get off the plane in Cebu?
For the flight, I would recommend doing audiobooks.
I would recommend having that, like the curb pillow.
Yeah,
for your back,
for your neck.
After a while, it hurts. It hurts.
And then,
like
what about? He said, what was the other question? Like, what do you do once you get to Cebu? Just wait in the airport. Wait for your girl.
Yeah, go in the Philippine. What's the name of that entry?
Also, what do you do?
Immigration,
right
so you can get a stamp.
Get off the plane in Cebu.
And then the next thing you gotta do after you get a stamp in your passport is to have cash, because most people there will use cash in paying the cab.
How much would you recommend he pulls out?
Probably
not too much.
Not too much, yeah. When you're riding in cabs, you gotta have cash, and maybe pull out about $100 converted in pesos.
Yeah, that's about right.
Or withdraw $200 from the US and keep it in your wallet, and then exchange $100 when you arrive in Cebu.
You can use USD there.
And then the next thing you gotta do after exchanging your money is make sure your phone is open line. What do you call that here? Unlocked. That way you can use a SIM card and buy a SIM card there that has a 1 month data.
Yeah.
Or unless you're on T-Mobile like mine, it has free messages and free data.
You can go to another country with T-Mobile. She had a T-Mobile. She went to Cebu and was still able to use it with no extra charges. It's pretty dope.
Cool.
It's pretty dope. But before I had AT&T, so what I did was I got an unlocked phone. As soon as I got to the airport, I took the American SIM card out. I bought a SIM card with data on it, with like a data plan on it in the airport. Put it in mine, and I was able to use the internet and my phone and everything there locally in Philippines.
Yeah.
And another option you can do is you can use they've got this little puck thing. It's called a MiFi. You know what I'm talking about? A little thing that just does data. And it puts out a signal. It's kind of like a little router.
Yeah, but I think yours, the data was much better.
On my phone?
The Wi-Fi was not that stable there, the Wi-Fi thing. Oh. The one that goes directly in your SIM card, data, they sell that in the airport.
Yep.
Before you get out. Or right outside the airport.
Bruce, you pronounced
Drama
it right.
Mine.
Quag.
Okay.
Got it right.
Can you give me some advice? Okay, Veronica said, when are you guys doing free giveaway video? That's a great question,
I don't know yet.
We have them in
we
the
don't
basement.
Have a schedule. We have stuff to give. We just don't
have them, but I'm like, we need to. Can we just type our email here and have Andy message us on email, Veronica, and then I could just send it to them, baby, because it's been stuck.
Oh, so we already gave away stuff apparently. Okay. All right. So let me type that here.
We need some kind of video for that.
We really don't have a structure, man. We just like do
Okay,
stuff.
we're gonna do another live just specifically for that. How about tomorrow?
Baby, you always have stuff going on. If it's tomorrow, then it's me. And I have to work.
Well, I can send it.
How about we send this? Let's do one thing at a time. Let's send them this stuff now. I thought we were supposed to do like some kind of a contest or giveaway or something.
Yeah, we should have some kind of.
Typing this thing?
Let us plan it out because we are working on a video for Wednesday, and then we should set it up actually. And then sis, email me your. I'm gonna email you after this because I have questions for you.
Free giveaway video, baby. Free give. That's what she's saying. Anyway, Quag.
Yeah, free giveaway video. That's actually a smart idea. Let me put that in my calendar because
promo.
Because I have stuff that I can give. Use kayak or just fly to find reasonable airline tickets to Philippines.
Yes.
Bruce, do you have
full custody of your so me and my ex, we split the custody of my kids, but the kids stay with us. So technically I don't, but I do. You know what I mean? Like basically, not unfortunately, but yeah, it is unfortunate because their biological mom can't step up. You know, so basically, we're taking the kids full time. So yes. So yes and no. Let me see. What else do we have here? Thanks so much. I convert the money at the airport. Yeah, they've got money changing places there.
Because taxi, you have to. And then if you're going to give a tip too, only give $1 tip maximum.
Dollar peso or dollar USD?
$1 converted into pesos.
Which is
that's 40 or 50 pesos.
Yeah.
That's your maximum tip. Like,
Quentin says, you're the second person I've heard say T-Mobile has free international, and I'm switching. Man, T-Mobile
awesome. Yes, I love T-Mobile.
It's awesome, man.
I was so happy to know that when I got to the Philippines, I still had data and we were not charged for it. Wow, thanks so much. If you have dollars in Philippines, go to BDO Bank and you'll get a better exchange. And you can too. You can go to BDO, but if you just want a quick cash, unless you're exchanging like $1,000, $2,000 on the spot, then yeah, you can get more value for your money. But if
what happened? Just disconnected us. Oh, we're back. All right. Let me see.
Yeah, if you have like 1,000 or 2,000 to exchange in the bank, then yeah, you can go to BDO. But if you only have like 100 and you want it right there, so you can use it for transportation, since the cab drivers accept pesos, not dollars.
Jack Fromm says he gives some good advice on when you're coming to the Philippines. He says carry a pen for the immigration card.
And your carry-on for the immigration card. That's a great advice. Yeah. When is our anniversary? I want to give you $100 for your.
It's today, Lavelle.
No.
Feel free. No, I'm kidding, man.
Dad.
That's not necessary, man.
No, that's not necessary.
I appreciate the thought.
Thank you you so much.
Heath Davis says
Yuri's Kitchen. Oh my gosh.
Kitchen.
Yes.
Yuri's Kitchen.
Yeah, I totally forgot about
Daniel
that.
Finn says good night.
Let me just write this down.
4:15 a.m. Really? Is that in the Philippines?
Yeah.
All right. See you later, Dan.
Good night, Daniel.
Daniel Charity says, what time will you be doing your broadcast, your live broadcast? Should we do that broadcast again where we do a reaction video.
How about
to the
tomorrow?
90 day.
Our thing would be, we can do the 90-day tonight. You want?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should we do a 90-day fiance, or should we just go ahead and do visa approved?
Well, it's actually related, right?
Kinda, but you were like super distracted. You know. Andy, the only problem with that is that Yuri is like a zombie. Well, me too. You know, we get into that show and it's like we're just ignoring people.
90 days. Yuri's Kitchen
90
is
Day Fiancé.
Thursday, and then
Okay, let's do
we're
it.
gonna do
90
a
Day
live tomorrow for a the giveaways or something.
You tell me, baby. I mean, we're really gonna do this? You don't have any other plans or anything?
Let me just set it up and see. Oh, we already have them.
How about we're supposed to do something on? Damn. Let me think. Look, guys, just give us time to think about it.
Guys, please give us time.
Yeah, we just need to figure out some way.
But sis, yes, I'm gonna email you because I have personal questions. Since you are,
Because then, how are we gonna give it away? Is it the first person who appears on our?
they cannot give their
Or is it-
address to us because it's like kind of private. Put
No,
it on
we
YouTube. You cannot put it.
Of
on
course
YouTube.
not. So what we do is we'd say, okay, we're gonna do a drawing, guess a number, or the first 5 people to show up to the broadcast are gonna get a free shirt or
That would be
one mug.
awesome.
Or we could say the first person that we could do like some kind of a
Okay, let
something
me just
to give.
arrange what we have because we will know how much we can give away. I mean, how many, based on like the first 3. Maybe we only had 3 or something. We don't know.
Or we could do our first call-in show. We say the first person that calls in on Skype has the guts to call us on Skype directly and be advertised to the world with your face and your voice. Then that person gets a cup or something. I don't know. We can come up with something. But I don't know when. So we already owe somebody a shirt. Lou and Toya. But Lou and Toya just moved. They're the ones that gave us the Citizens of the World name.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we gotta give them something, man.
Citizens of the world.
And then who else? There's somebody who came up with the visa approvers, and I don't know who that is. I gotta go back. We owe them something too. So that's 2 people we.
Oh yeah,
absolutely-
visa approvers.
Somebody came up with
Visa
that.
babies.
No, not visa babies. That I can't remember who came up with it.
We need to search that on the
Yeah.
visa approve. I don't know who.
I
I
have
forgot.
no idea. We don't think he even wrote it down, which sucks. Okay. Anyway. All right, guys. I think is that it? Should we cancel this? I mean, cancel. Should we stop what we're doing here so we can get back to editing?
Okay, what's it? Michael said. Oh, that would be cool. I like the idea, sis.
Which one?
Are there ATM machines at the airport? Yes, there are ATM machines there.
Mike Firestone says
Here's kitchen.
you can send
please.
money using Remitly. Today's rate is $49.70.
That's big. Okay.
Andy says yes. Yes to what? Oh, should we do 90 Day Fiance? Okay, we'll do it.
Oh, we can do that as an episode of wedding rings.
Do y'all wear wedding rings? No, we don't. We have wedding
I
rings.
do, but rarely.
Yeah, we just don't.
Because it's all like we're
we don't
gonna
wanna
show it
lose
to
it.
you in the next days of our lives.
This
I
is not
wrote
like
it down.
It's not like a.
I usually want to
philosophical
meet
reason.
my girlfriend at the Manila airport and we get a grab when she arrives. I like to avoid the aggressive and charge much higher than grab. Yep.
Oh, when we get a cab.
I like to avoid the cabs at the airport. Yeah, same here.
Man, they're bad.
They're too stressful to deal with.
Do the 90-day reaction, says James Brown.
Okay, guys. I guess that's what we're gonna be doing tonight.
90-day reaction.
You gotta join us
Frederick
tonight because
Ransom
there's something.
says, maybe we do a drinking game. Like every time they say the word annulment, we have to take a drink or something. No, it's good.
I'm
Frederick
so happy
Ransom
to see
says,
how you guys have such loyal fans. Do you guys ever run out of things to say in your video? Sometimes, right?
I always have something, but some of it's not appropriate for this channel.
Yeah.
I got tons of stuff, but I can't. You know, it's not like
we want
good
to
for this
stay
audience.
on topic.
We gotta try to stay like with this audience.
How about you guys ask a question on how well your fans know you? I like that idea. I'm just gonna put it.
Question. Later, love you guys. Later, Mike. Mike Firestone leaving the building. And say hi to Cherry for us.
Love you, Mike, and say hi to Cherry. I miss her too.
Veronica Dip says, question tag your
for
fans.
Your fans and see how well your fans know you and take it from there.
Maybe.
Tag for your fans.
Jack from...
It is good to have an aggressive mother-in-law for aggressive cab drivers. Yes, I'd agree with that. Yuri, when you sponsor Purple Shadow, will she bring her cats?
No.
Oh my god.
No.
So that's what she was saying, that if she gets married to an American, she's gonna be bringing her cats. So I'm like, I was speechless. But if I bring her here, we're gonna have to find people to adopt the cats because
we're not bringing no damn cats.
First, we need vaccinate. We might bring one, which is Princess.
What?
Our very first cat.
So this is the first time I've heard this.
Well, it came up. I mean, I just thought about it. Princess is our very first cat when I was there in the Philippines until more cats came in, but the rest of the cats we're gonna have to find someone to adopt them.
I don't know about no cats. I'll tell you that. I don't even like my cat, so I'll be damned if I want to adopt some more damn cats.
God, baby.
Yeah, no cats. Jack From says, "Don't mess with mom." I agree. Quack says, "Bye for now." See you later, Quack.
Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you. Thanks for the money, man. Appreciate the donation. Lance Montgomery says, "This is the first time I've caught you guys on
live. How often do you broadcast live? I'd love to ask questions live." Okay, we're gonna do a broadcast again in like 4 hours from now, but we need to cut.
We're gonna start doing broadcasts Tuesdays and Thursdays. We just don't know
it's like 6.
What time yet?
So it's 2:30 right now. 3, 4, 5:30. We're gonna be broadcasting 3.5.
So we have to do it when 90 Day Fiance comes.
Yeah, so it's about 6 p.m.
6 o'clock.
Yeah,
Mountain
so
Standard Time.
3.5 hours from now is when
3 hours
90 Day Fiance visa
goes in this,
on
guys.
air.
We have to go back on here.
And we gotta edit, guys. We're gonna talk to you later, and we got other things that Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, see you guys later. Make sure if you're watching this at another time, like and subscribe to this video. Turn on post notifications.
Do a trivia on what we know about you too. That would be cool.
We do random videos, broadcasts, so the only way you can catch us on time
is a great idea.
Turn on post notifications. So see you guys later.
See you in 3.5 hours.